Most countries plan for the next election or the next budget cycle. Qatar plans for decades, and that difference is what sets it apart. Instead of chasing quick wins, the nation focused on systems, structures, and strategies that would take 20, 30, or even 50 years to fully unfold. While neighbors reacted to oil price shocks, geopolitical tensions, or regional rivalries, Qatar quietly built the foundations that would make it resilient to change. One of the earliest signs of this long-term thinking was the creation of institutions designed to last. Rather than relying on short-term foreign advisors, Qatar invested in training its own engineers, diplomats, and economists. It built universities and research centers to ensure the next generation could solve problems the current generation hadn't even anticipated. Knowledge, it realized, could be a permanent form of power. Infrastructure became another expression of foresight. Roads, ports, and energy networks were designed not just for today's needs, but for the demands of a growing population and a global economy decades into the future. Qatar did not stop at building. It planned growth in phases, ensuring every project had a purpose, an interconnection, and the capacity to evolve. Even diplomacy followed this pattern. Qatar cultivated relationships that could survive leadership changes in other countries. It became a trusted partner in crises, not because it was the largest or the strongest, but because it was consistent and reliable over decades. While others reacted impulsively, Qatar's long game created influence that could not be hurried. Energy strategy demonstrated the approach perfectly. Instead of selling resources as quickly as possible, Qatar secured long-term contracts and invested in liquefied natural gas infrastructure that would remain relevant even as global demand shifted. It was a gamble no one else understood at the time, but decades later, it positioned the nation as a critical player in global energy markets. This pattern repeated across every sector: finance, education, culture, and even sport. Qatar's leaders did not aim for headlines, they aimed for permanence. They understood that power measured in years is temporary, but power measured in decades is enduring. Today, Qatar is proof that patience, vision, and careful planning can turn a small nation into a global force. Its ability to think 20 years ahead while others react has created stability, wealth, and influence far beyond its size. If this story inspires you to think beyond immediate gains and plan for the long term, make sure you subscribe. More untold strategies of nations are coming, and the next one will change how you see global power.